You say tomato, well I say tomato, potato, potato, tomato, tomato, let's call the whole thing on.
So good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 16th Annual June Briggs Awards. I'm Gary Newman, Vice President of Briggs, an allied PRA company. I know. And with me is Tony Napoli, our president.
Well, Gary, Briggs, an allied PRA company, things have to change to stay the same. What a view from the fabulous Tribeca rooftop here on DeBrosis Street.
No, Tony, it's Desbrosis Street.
DeBrosis.
Tony, Desbrosis.
DeBrosis.
All right, let me see if I can make this a little simpler. Okay, listen. If Moses supposes the street is called DeBrosis, then Moses supposes erroneously.
Desbrosis.
By George, I think he's got it.
Thanks, Gary. You know, we have some weird street names in New York. Of course, the famous Houston instead of Houston, named after William Houston from the Continental Congress.
We got your VC Street.
No, Vesey Street with that S you told me about before.
How about Kosciuszko Bridge?
Kosciuszko, it's Polish.
I knew that. My grandmother's Polish. Love those galunkies.
Van Wyck and not Van Wyck.
DeKalb or DeKalb?
I think it's DeKalb.
Oh, okay. It's Skimmerhorn, not Shimmerhorn.
How about Mushaloo Parkway?
Mushaloo. Who the hell's ever heard of that? Listen, you say VC and I say Vesey.
I say Berkeley and you say Berkeley.
Marshaloo, Cortelloo,
Montague, Toad Hill.
Let's call this whole thing off. Oh, yeah. Anyway, what a night tonight is.
Well, speaking of tonight, in honor of Leonard Bernstein's... Speaking of tonight, in honor of Leonard Bernstein's 100th birthday anniversary, two stars from Broadway are going to perform tonight from his iconic West Side Story. We are so happy to have Corey Cott, lead from Bandstand and Newsies, and Cameron and Nika Hill, who is now starring in Dear Evan Hansen.
Good night, good night, sleep well, and when you dream, dream of me.
So, tonight, we have two other special guests that span our 35 years of existence.
June Briggs, who founded our company, my dearest mentor and dearest friend, June Briggs.
And we have another Tony. Ooh, two Tonys. I feel like Liza Minnelli. But I digress. Our wonderful new Tony is Tony Lorenz, the CEO of Allied PRA. Where's Tony? Over there. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. It is my pleasure to introduce our Vice President of Business Development, a legend in his own mind, Cosmo Brazzesi.
Well, good evening, everyone. How lucky are we to live in the greatest, most diverse city in the world? From New Amsterdam to New York, from Briggs Red Carpet to Briggs Inc., to Briggs, an allied PRA company. The city and all of us in it constantly evolve, and I am honored to be part of the journey. And how about that record 61.8 million visitors? They make me say that every year. Yep. For 16 years, the June Briggs Awards have been presented to our partners who have made an exceptional contribution to the hospitality industry in our amazing city, and tonight is no exception. So let's start the awards. This company was founded in 1863 by a group of New York businessmen to ensure the Civil War veterans, and they've been helping people for over 150 years. They are a valued and long-term partner, rewarding their employees with fantastic events here in our city and all over the world. The passion and dedication to the success of the MetLife events team have displayed to our industry are second to none. So thank you to the MetLife events team. They may have moved to the Midtown, but their original headquarters on Madison Square will always be the Metropolitan Life Insurance Building to me. The first June Briggs Award goes to MetLife, Jeff Kalmus, Vice President of Global Event Management, mentor and friend to many in our industry, accepting the award. Welcome, Jeff.
What a great way to start 2018. First, I want to congratulate the other honorees here tonight. Cloud Catering, New York City & Company, and A La Carte Restaurant Group. We are truly in great company, so thank you and congratulations. I want to thank you, the team Briggs. Fantastic. Tony, Gary, Cosimo, Sarah, and all the other associates of Briggs that are out and about in the room tonight. They are fantastic partners of ours. They have been for years and years. And truly, when you think of New York, you think of Briggs. So thank you. It's fantastic. Professional, dedicated, passionate. This group continues to set the standard in our industry. And I want to introduce and recognize the global event management team at MetLife, my partners right over there. Thank you so much. Be recognized. This is really your award, and I'm honored to be accepting it on your behalf. Last I want to say is, you know, all of us are here, have chosen this great industry, and it is unique. It's unique because who we are and what we do are so closely aligned. Who we are and what we do is so closely aligned. And there aren't many industries like this. Maybe professional musicians or athletes might come close. Yet, some on the outside may say that this is not entirely healthy to be to be that closely aligned. But I would only say that who in this room would give up the experiences and the relationships that we in this room have all built over all these years? My guess is no one would give up this industry for any other industry, and that's why it is unique, and that's why this night is so special. So I appreciate the honor, and thank you very much. Thank you all.
Every morning when I walk down West 44th Street, the aroma of tomato sauce wafting out of this restaurant brings me back to my childhood in the Italian section of Bronx. However, it's not just the food, it's the loving care of all they do, redolent of a devoted family. I've known the next two ladies, I think, for over, 25 years. They exemplify the hospitality and warmth that their restaurants deliver to thousands of our tourists at Carmine's and Virgil. And their meatballs are almost as good as my grandmother's. So it's my pleasure to present the second June Briggs Award to A La Carte Restaurant Group, my dearest, one of my oldest friends, Penny Kaplan, Director of Catering and Events, and Joanne DeSantis, National Manager, Traveling.
We need to clear a theater for the Gary and Tony show to debut on Broadway. On behalf of all of us at Carmine's, we are so honored and humbled by this illustrious June Briggs Award. And to have June Briggs here in the audience tonight is so very special. So thank you so much. And to the entire stellar team at Briggs, we so appreciate your partnership, and thank you for the confidence you place in us every day for every event. We are just so grateful. So thank you.
Thank you very much. We're very honored.
Whether it's an intimate dinner like the one they hosted at our Briggs office just the other night, or it's a gala event for 1,000 guests, this company crafts a culinary experience down to the last detail. They create memorable experiences with impeccable elegance, priding themselves on accessibility, attentiveness, and the ability to exceed expectations. Their events are a collaborative expression, and we are proud to have been their partner. They make every event special. The next June Briggs Award goes to Cloud Catering and Events, William K., Managing Partner, accepting.
You know, my daughter asked me before I left the house tonight what I was going to do. And I told her I was going to accept this award and get in front of a big group of people and say thank you. And she was like, what is that like? I was like, I have no idea. So I told her that I would take a picture. And there we go. All right, there's my picture. So, sincere thanks to our partners at Briggs for hosting tonight and presenting us with this honor. And most importantly, for giving us the support when we began. It's been 8 years now. When we started 8 years ago, I had a very simple idea, and that was simply to bring a great product to the market. And the idea was so simple, it made perfect sense to me that I didn't really feel like I needed to elaborate on it. And, it made sense to me, but not to my initial investors. My mom and my stepfather would look at me and say, hey, where's the rest of it? But like most of the people that preceded us in this industry, we had very little money and we had even less time. So that never really came about. But the last 8 years have really played out in this way that, I don't know, I really couldn't put into words. We did what all, self-respecting entrepreneurs did with very little time, and that's what, in the beginning, we kind of winged it, and it slowly came together over time. And as my team knows, we started in the back of a bar in Greenpoint. The challenge was getting our desks off the floor and the pool table out by 6 o'clock so the bar could open, and the kitchen that we used was used to make hot dogs and hamburgers for the bar crowd that came at night. And there are a lot of a lot of things about this formula years that I don't really miss. I can reminisce and we can laugh about them. I don't really miss them. Now, it's almost a decade later, and my team continues to push the boundaries of catering. And again, we owe it to our partners like Briggs, who have supported us and believe in what we do and let us get our product to the market. And finally, just say thanks to my team. They've taught me a lot. They've taught me how to be humble in a lot of ways. They've taught me that I don't actually know everything, and I'm not as good at planning an event as I thought I was. Certainly not as good as they are. So again, thank you. Thank you.
How does a boy from Nashville, Tennessee, wind up living in Hell's Kitchen and becoming New York City's travel agency ambassador? It was not on a Greyhound bus. It was his dedication, style, professionalism, and passion for our city. This gentleman liaisons with our mayor, our governor, Congress, and probably the Pope himself to ensure that they know the value of tourism in New York. He travels around the world tirelessly for NYC & Co. and for all of us tonight who depend upon this industry. He is the Hugh Jackman of New York, our greatest showman, the prince of the city, my dear friend, Fred Dixon, President and CEO of NYC & Company.
Good evening, everyone. First off, congratulations to the other honorees. I'm humbled to be in your company tonight. And I accept this award on behalf of the 135 incredibly hardworking men and women at NYC & Company. And 3 of them are here with me tonight. That's Brian Grimaldi, our Chief Operating Officer, Kelly Curtin, our Head of Membership and Events, of course, and Services, and then Jerry Cito, our Head of Convention Development. So I want to thank them. This is for them and all that they do. And I came to New York, not quite on a Greyhound bus, but it felt like a Greyhound bus. And my friends in Nashville all told me it was in 2002, and they said, "Are you sure?" And I said, "Yes, I have never been more sure about anything in my life. And if I fall on my face, I will come crawling back." And guess what? I'm not crawling back. And I love this town so much. It is the pleasure and the joy of my life and the most incredible honor to work with all of you in this incredible industry for what I believe, and I know you do as well, to be the greatest city in the world. And it is all about the people, and it's about the passion. And so thank you, Briggs, for reminding us of that all the time. Tony and Gary and Cosimo, 3 of the guys that I've known the longest in this industry, have been so good to me. And June Briggs, what a legacy you have left for this industry and this city. Thank you, ma'am, for everything that you've done. So remember the people, remember the passion, and it takes a village. It takes all of us to make this city tick. So thank you.
I say bravo to all our recipients of the awards this evening. And a special thanks to our longtime partner, Bill Riley, for hosting this fantastic evening here at the Tribeca rooftop. I'd like to give a big hand for Mark Tuminelli of Broadway Events, who provided the artists this evening. Weren't they unbelievable? Thank you, Mark.
We'd like to do a shout out also to AV Workshop, Zach Events, the Crown View Group, Group Photos, and of course, Dean at Bounce Music and Entertainment. Thank you to each and every one of you.
Well, you know, Briggs doesn't build buildings or have cars, manufacture things. We have our people and the service that we provide, and that's the only thing we have. And there would be no Briggs without the Briggs team. So thank you, all of us Briggs family who are around here.